guys, and welcome to another YouTube video. Today we'll be taking a look at Rise of Kingdoms, a mobile game that is free to play. So, in this video we will talk about tips and tricks and everything you need to know as a new player in Rise of Kingdoms. This video will help you get a better understanding of the game, be more successful, and have a more enjoying time playing. When you first start playing, you will be greeted by a Pick Your Civilization screen. Now this screen will let you choose your starting civilization. It may look very intimidating at first, but it is quite easy to pick your first civilization. So the way you should pick your civilization is going by two things. So the first thing you should be going for is look at the starting commander. Now unfortunately you cannot check the stats of a starting commander, but I can help you with that. So basically for a beginning player it starts like this. If you are at outmost beginner, if this is your first game ever, I recommend starting with Rome, because with Rome you get Scipio Africanus, one of the best free-to-play commanders, and he excels at leading mixed troops. So, because you're starting first, you may not know what mixed troops are. So in the game you have 4 different kinds of troops, which are categorized by infantry, archers, cavalry, and siege units. So a mixed commander, for example like Scipio, would be best if you have an army that consists of archers, cavalry, and infantry. Something different to that, for example, is the German hero, who is called Hermann. He is an archer commander, so he excels leading armies that are completely made of archer units. Something similar is with Spain. So with Spain you have Pelagius. Pelagius is a cavalry commander who excels at leading full armies of cavalry units. China has Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu excels at leading infantry commanders, and so on and so forth. So for an absolute beginner I recommend picking Rome and taking the Scipio commander. Okay, so that's it for choosing civilizations based on the beginning commander you get. So if you don't want any of the beginning commanders, or if you are trying to go for a specific build, there is another way you should go. When you start the game you may not know this, but in chests, which you can get inside of the game, you can get every commander that exists. And some of those commanders are even better than the beginning ones, of course. So the other way you should go around picking your civilization is by the little bonuses they give. For example, Rome has Glory of the Empire, which gives infantry defense 5%, it increases your troop march speed by 5%, and increases your food gathering speed by 10%. Germany increases your cavalry attack, training speed, action point recovery, and so on and so forth. So, the other thing you should pick your civilization by is by those bonuses. So again, for a beginner, I would still recommend going with Rome, because infantry defense bonus is really good. Troop march speed will help you with gathering, fighting, and escaping. And the food gathering speed is really also important, because food is one of the most important resources at the beginning of the game. But if we take that aside, I would also recommend China. Now, in most of my accounts I go with China. Some other people go with Rome, they go with Japan. Some say Germany is best, or maybe France, but personally I go with China for 2 reasons. So one is commander, because I am an infantry governor, and the second is because of the building speed increase by 5%. So what does that mean? Everything that is in the game is dictated by real time. So if you want to build a building, it will take 5 minutes, 50 minutes, in some cases 5 days, 10 days. So a 5% to 5 minutes is not very much, but 5% to a day or 5% to 20 days makes a lot of difference. So I would suggest picking China as your beginning civilization, because that 5% building speed means that you will use 5% less of your speed ups, which I will get later into. Also, another good commander for beginning players is Japan. Now, why would I suggest Japan? I would suggest Japan because of the scout march speed increase of 30%. Now, what does that mean? In games, you have a thing that is called the fog. The fog, in the beginning, when you start your first game, all of the kingdom around you and all of the players will be covered in this fog. So if you want to see what is going on the map, or if you want to see another player, or see resources, or whatever you're interested in, you will not be able to see it unless you uncover it. So if you have a scout march speed increase of 30%, that means your scouts will be a third quicker than everyone else's scout. So that theoretically means that you will have your map explored 1/3 of the time sooner than everyone else. Okay, so those are the two picks I would suggest. Another pick I would suggest for a beginning player is France. So why would I suggest France? For two reasons. You have a troop health increase by 3%, which is okay. You have a wood gathering speed increase by 10%, which is also okay. The thing I would suggest is the hospital healing speed by 20%. So what does that mean? In the beginning, you have hospitals. Hospitals receive all of the units that have fallen in battle. So in the beginning, you will not do much battle, but you will also have not that much of a troop capacity in the hospital. So if your hospital is full, you will lose units. Losing units means they are permanently removed from your roster and they are considered dead. That means you will no longer be able to use those units. But aside from that, why I would also suggest France as a beginning player civilization is because Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc is one of the best gatherers. So what is a gatherer? A gatherer is a hero or commander that makes all of your resource gathering in speed much quicker and much more efficient. So with Joan of Arc, which is by far one of the best gatherers you can find in-game, you can have a lot more resources, which in turn will make you a lot more powerful, because with resources you can get more troops, more buildings, and more everything else. Okay, so here you can see a fairly new account, which I made for YouTube purposes and also because I'm starting again. So, first thing, as you can see, this is a level 10 account, so it's not very high, but this is about the same as you will see in any of your beginning cities. So for example, I'm level 10, that means I can chat in the kingdom chat, I can chat in all of the other chats, etc, etc. So for those of you who do not know this, you need to be City Hall, so this building needs to be level 7 for you to be able to chat in all of the chats. So when you first see this, you might be overwhelmed, but it's really simple. So first thing you should focus on is upgrading these buildings. So for example, this is level 8, this is upgrading now to level 9, and so forth. So by upgrading these buildings, you make your city much more powerful, and it will make you have access to better research. It will give you access to better units. It will give you access to a lot of other good stuff. Okay, so when you build your city hall and you have this building right here, which is called an alliance center, it will allow you to join an alliance. As you can see, I have my own alliance, which I started with a bunch of friends, but when you start, you will have to pick one of the alliances which you can find in this list. So you should pick your alliance if you know somebody there, or if you think you will get more tips, or if you think that alliance is best suited for you. But don't worry, at any point you can quit the alliance. Also, a little tip, when you first join another alliance, you will get 350 gems. So gems are these things right here. They are a sort of a virtual currency, and they will help you get a lot of the things you need in-game. So going back to alliances, why is joining an alliance good? So joining alliance is good because of this. As you just see, I press this and I help a member. So what does helping do? Helping reduces the amount of time you need to build something. So for example, this needs 4 hours and 50 minutes because enough players helped me. So for example, the tavern, 13 out of 13 players helped me. So that means my building speed for the tavern is reduced by the first 5%, because as you can see I'm going with China, so I have a 5% building speed reduction. And another thing is, for every player that clicked this help button, I get another reduction of 1%, plus the alliance technology. So not this one, this one. So here, as you can see, each time somebody clicks that help button, my building time or healing time or whatever else is reduced by 1% plus 15 seconds. So with each level of these, it will be further decreased. So this is one of the reasons you should join an alliance. Okay, so you join an alliance, somebody accepted you, or the alliance was open, and you will end up in rank 1. So when you see rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, and of course the leader on top. It may seem confusing, but it's very simple. So when you first enter an alliance, you will be put in rank 1. Rank 1 means you're a new recruit, and you can get out of rank 1 if some of the officers or if the leader gives you a rank up. It is done by this, upgrade, downgrade, and you can go straight from rank 1 to leader. For example, if you were an officer, you would not have that leader button, and you will also not have the rank 4 officer. So an officer can only get you to rank 3, and the leader can give you rank 4. So what does that mean? When you are rank 1, you will not be able to access some of the alliance functions, as for example the alliance mail. An alliance mail is useful if you want to reach everyone, because sometimes when you chat, not a lot of people will be able to see your message, but if you send an alliance mail, everybody will be able to see it and respond. So rank 2, rank 3, that's it. You get access to alliance mail, not many problems, and you will also be able to access this. This is called the alliance shop. So for example, we have here the alliance inventory. So as you can see, these are the alliance inventory, and you can buy stuff. But when you buy something from here, for example, I will buy this 1 minute speed up, I will not actually be in the possession of it. It will actually go to this. So for example, you see I already bought it, but I don't actually have it. It is still in the alliance shop. But this time, instead of gold, I will need silver credits. So gold credits are a universal currency that is achieved by members helping, researching, and so on. And silver credits is also gained by researching and helping other alliance members, but it is more on a personal level. So with gold credits you can buy stuff for your alliance, and with silver credits you can buy stuff from your alliance. So like I said, you can see here your daily credit rewards. I have it maxed out. And another thing you can get silver credits is by donating. Also, when donating, you will be able to see this. For example, this is it. It is called contribution to the alliance. So if you click donate, and if you are in the top 10, 20 members that donated, you will get a lot of good stuff. So I implore all of those members who are alliance members, click that technology button, click donate, you will get a lot of good stuff, and 1,000 or 2,000 wood, food, whatever, is really a small price to pay. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, click that like button. If you want to see more of those videos, click to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!